Greetings. I am Stacy Endon, master coach, intuitive reader, and healer, and all the things. And I just love popping in to do an oracle reading. Today's full moon, lunar eclipse, all of this energy swirling around. And the biggest thing that I want to say to you is noticing how you feel, noticing what's coming up for you. I love to go out and read and see what people are talking about in terms of the energy and, what is this lunar eclipse bringing for us? What does it mean? All of that. And I also always want to honor my own truth, my own knowing about this particular energy, this particular day. So I am all for, again, there's a lot of truth kind of as a theme right now. What is your truth? What is at the heart of maybe something you haven't wanted to poke at, right? Maybe even just kind of going along, going along. There's definitely things I've been doing that. And then there's this big truth under there that I haven't necessarily wanted to confront. So if you're interested, check out, I have a podcast called Everyday Enchantment. Check out episode 2. It's all about uncomfortable truths, and it will help you navigate that with some more ease. Because again, when we are in a truth and in the discomfort, so much of us wants to pull back out and not lean all the way in. So I have some ideas for how you can do that. All right. We need, well, I don't know, I want some cards today. This is the Healing Mantra deck, which is Matt Kahn's deck. It's beautiful. I love the little gold just at the bottom as well. And the cards themselves, they're very kind of chakra-esque, right? With these beautiful colors. And there is a kind of a theme or a topic on the front side, and then there is a mantra on the back. So I thought it would be interesting to pull a couple. And because we're not dealing, but there's truth in, again, letting go of the full moon. There is this beautiful kind of realization between the solar eclipse, which was 2 weeks ago-ish, and now here. So things are going to start to settle and expand. I'm randomly pulling a couple of blue cards because blue, throat chakra, a lot of truth in terms of speaking truth and in terms of really empowering who we are. So, expressing free will, right? So often in our lives, we feel like we don't have a choice. I have to. If you find yourself saying that, I have to versus I get to, we're in a space where we don't feel like we have the freedom of choice. And when we don't, kind of shuts, not only does it shut down your throat and your expression, just shuts down your whole body and you're in this constriction. So look at this beautiful mantra. My choices determine how brightly I shine. So when I feel empowered, when I'm making choices, again, sometimes not to make a choice is a choice, but not giving your power, right? And saying, well, this person made me or that made me this circumstance. I didn't have any choice. We always do. Sometimes it's staying in something unpleasant or that we would prefer not to, until we figure out, right, when we're ready to make a different choice. So everything becomes freedom when we start to really think about it from our own space of like, yes, I might be choosing this short term, even though I don't like it, because I know I don't feel ready yet to make a leap, make a jump, take a baby step, any of that stuff. So really trusting again your own sovereignty, your own autonomy, agency, all of those energies. Somebody's like, absolutely, I totally agree. Oh, let me turn that off for a second. Yes. Okay. Here's one. It's heavy. Actually, it's more purpley than blue, but it says transforming tragedy. So really, again, Loss is my reminder that more room has been made for greater gifts to be received. So when we let go, there is an ending of something. There is loss, there's grief, even if it's something we want to let go of. Years ago, when I was getting divorced, I wanted to be divorced, but there's still grief and there's still all sorts of emotion that needs to be felt. So that transformation process in the middle can be bumpy. Giving yourself space to really be, again, in the truth of that, if you're feeling like something's coming to an end, whether it's relationship, whether it's just a certain energy in your life, whether it's career related, it geographically, right? Maybe you're moving somewhere, but just, again, honoring the space instead of just jumping into the new. It's like being in this kind of ambiguous waiting that nobody likes and trusting it. All right. I love this one. Activating the third eye. So we go up a chakra, up to the third eye. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. So I think this is a beautiful one, especially in the energy of the eclipse and moving us through and breaking things apart, and again, energy that wants to expand. It's really hard to create expansion and letting go if you're holding on to whatever you believe, whatever narrative. It was interesting. I was watching This Is Us, I think it was last week's episode, last night, and they were talking about Randall and Beth, two of the characters were talking about. Beth was saying to Randall, you have held an image or a view of your siblings that's not who they are anymore. And so I love this question of like, are you doing that to yourself? Are you doing that to other people or situations where what really might be true isn't how you're kind of viewing it or perceiving it? You're using something old. So shake it up. All right. That's what I got today. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about the energies you're feeling. Drop me a note or a line. I also just released a new episode of Everyday Enchantment, and I will put the links in the comments. And it's all about listening and knowing your intuition and trusting when that is speaking to you versus when we are in our wounds or triggers or things that, again, feel uncomfortable to us, not necessarily intuitive. Although to me, everything is all the experience, right? Like, I know we love to like take out pieces and label things and have understanding in little neat boxes, but what if we just let it be messy? There's my theme. Let it be messy and trust your process of taking the next step through that and the next step and listening in again to your own self in this, not what everybody else is telling you to do, but even if it goes against the grain, trusting that process. All right, beautiful peoples. If you would love to dive into any of these topics with me, come get a coaching session, get an intuitive magic program where you learn all of these gifts. I would love to share what I am doing and what I'm offering the world to you. So if that sounds like it's lighting your heart up, come on over and check me out at my website, which is myname.com. And yeah, and let's dive into the pool of magic together. All right. I will talk to you soon. Let me know all the things.